So you can go there online, go and take the Sumerian stones off of the virtual shelf and drop them right back into a trance that is waiting for yourself. And wow and kaboom, that's friggin' readable, and that's not cuneiform anymore. It's not about the Sumerian tablets in the Babel Tower. You can Cameroon with your own idea and understanding of what's being said there. It's all about this enslavement and the Garden of Eden and the definitions, the scrolls, and the separations happening, and the density of those invisible lines that we're not allowed to cross to collaborate and co work together because we are labeled, branded, and these are tweezers that are readily available at Costco for just a fraction of your salary. And there's foliage and taken, tekken, and tech in, matching the was word and making the puzzle pieces fit based on the DNA of the Anunnaki and how high they were transforming. That's what they were doing with NASA. On the biblical text, I might add that there's a discovery there that is 90% clearer as the copy goes. It's piracy and summer rolls, spring rolls on the menu, not just evening out the rage, but also the Bible is written by the Bible in 900 AD, long after the three contexts were woven into one braid. And that kind of debt and this idea of a credit score, perfect score. It's pretty interesting, and the interesting and cuneiform into the writing styles and comedy and different kinds of parchments and papyrus and putting them in jars, those exact precise jars and thin layers of calcium. So these jarring kind of ideas are vulnerable in the piece because the status quo is there and I am here. And in time, I'm curating the curation of the curing of the jars. And Mona Lisa also. And her smile. And the Ibiza pizza and DJing. Cancelled. And the remix, it was remixable. That's why it was remixes of the remix. And that's exactly how I. Whoa! That's the jittery, glittery biz. Yeah, the business of things. You know the disease. You know the pauses are coming. More of them. And that word, if it's repeated a lot, then the content, I'm guessing, is not going to go through. So that's why I obey and I filter as a good boy would. As in, I don't know, right? As a good boy would. A good man would. Up in light, and all of a sudden, I can't continue because now I'm contemplating being not remixed anymore. Not allowed to do what? To dominate, control the subjectifying of people to create content. That's why I'm not going to interrupt this religious spur, and I believe that there's a guard. There's a modifying agent glancing over, not paying much attention because. Why? Because it robs you from being who you truly are and giving the power inside of you, moving it along and passing it to outside sources, keep begging the outside worship inside instead, versus going inside and building the garden there. The true paradise bacteria in the outer layer of the gut. So, I mean, is it possible that some of these stories in the Brobel Lad Bible at some level were twisted and turned into events of people really happening in what they read in today's books, ducks, and rooks on the board, and docs. I just got the word wrong, misplayed it. First of all, Jeeves went in and through the Jade Emperor and discovered his creativity in an uneducated way. In the 1600s, wasn't that long ago, when this persona was Jesus. Yeah, that computer that I sold through Craigslist and Indus. So all of the Greek words that I know. And so when people say they call in one of the names and they're incantating the Hail Deuce, they're not really calling on Woody, who might be the son of God. They're calling on Deuce. Yeah, which is in Lilith, the same tablet. So there's so much you have to understand how the wordplay works and the little quirks and how they do. Because they understand the simultaneous vibrations. When they speak, they create cymatics. You may think one way, but you're submitting to control from the inside of the atmosphere and the elements, just speaking your power into action and controlling, shaping the world around us. And so when you begin to speak these things unknowingly, you've been deceived.